Right, back at the land. I've just got here. Someone keeps coming onto my land, and the last time I brought my wife, all this like shrub here, it was like all just in the middle. It was just it was completely everywhere, right? Like they made a right fucking mess of it. But this time they've done like just like a bit of a burrow hole. Now, and again, and they're going through there as well. I don't know if they're coming from down there, but it's weird. I say it's weird because when I go through here, phones, my foot. Like, I don't get why they would be doing it. Because, just got through it. But if you look, there's like I don't know, like a tunnel, and then it goes down, and it goes down there, which is weird. And you keep going, and you keep going down all the way down there. But I've been all the way to the end, and then it goes up the bank a little bit. It just follows the train track and goes up the bank a little bit, and there's nothing up there. Like I really looked as well. I was looking for like a den, maybe a couple of kids have been playing about, and I was looking for a den or anything, or even the pylon. I thought there's a big fucking sun. There's a big pylon by here. There it is. Boom. So I thought, oh, maybe an electrician or maintenance guy coming to look at that. They wouldn't go through. I don't imagine they'd go through and get into the land like this, and they wouldn't be so regular. Like, they made the mess it was about 4 days ago, and I come back today and it's done again, or there's a hole. So I don't know, but I don't know, there's nothing up there. It's weird, but yeah, don't know what to do. I don't want them to keep coming back and making a mess. I don't want somebody to try and be up there going, oh, I live up there and I'm claiming half of your woodland. That would be shit. I don't know. But as well, whilst I was up there, there was trees that were cut down with a saw, like big trees as well. Trees that I wouldn't have cut. They look quite healthy, to be fair. And they've just been chopped down, and there's like a couple of big pieces of wood that's still like left there. Loads of branches everywhere. Yeah, I don't know, because that's another thing that I don't want, is because if, say, Natural England come and they go down there and they have a good scan, and they're like, this tree definitely shouldn't have been cut down. Look at it, it's a healthy tree, that is. You can't cut that down. And I'm like, oh, so it wasn't me. You know, you're complicit. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. I don't want that. So, and I get a camera up. Wireless camera, so as soon as somebody starts going through that hole, it'll just ping, and then I can just do a two-way talk. What you do on my land, what's your purpose. If he's just going through and then going through into another wood or another field, I'm not that fussed. He can keep doing it. It's not bugging me at the moment that much. I just don't want it to be sinister. But if you can see, like, there's a pole here, and then there's a metal mesh going all the way along, and that is my wood. And then anything that side is the railways. So, I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, and as well, I know probably a few people are going to be like, oh, you can't cut down trees, you're in a triple SI land. Well, the trees that I have cut, they were like growing at a ridiculous angle. Like, look at that. Where was that growing to? So the trees, and again, I'll show you an actual tree that's being. So it starts, and it's growing at an angle, and you're like, why the hell? Ooh, why is that growing at an angle? And I'm only cutting down trees. I'm cutting down trees that are growing at a ridiculous angle like that, and I'm cutting down I'm not even cutting down trees. I'm just moving trees that have already fallen. Like this big one here. Look. That was that one before back there. So that's the one that's growing at an angle. But this one here is fallen down. See? Fallen down. There's all the branches. There's all the top of the tree. Fallen down. It's no good. It's in the road. It's in the way. Nothing's going to come from it. Get it gone. Get it moved. I'm only cutting down at the moment, before I speak to Natural England properly, all I'm cutting down is trees that are growing at a ridiculous angle, or, because trees should be growing straight up, not at an angle, in my book, or trees that are fallen down. That's the only ones that I'm cutting at the moment, and until I can have a proper sit down or a proper meeting on the land with Natural England, I think. Ooh, and again, before I go, a lot of these trees are dead anyway. Like, they're just... This tree. Maybe this tree. Like, they're just... You look... I don't suppose you can see it, but they're just so flimsy. They're dead pretty much anyway. But again, I don't want to step on anyone's toes. I don't want to break any rules like accidentally. But I'm gonna make a drive, clear the area, and then, well, as soon as I finish my drive, and my drive, it's not going to be like a fucking ugly concrete drive neither. That's the last thing I want. Or a paved drive. It'd be nice, because it'd be nice to drive on and that, but I don't, because I want this woodland to be as natural as possible. It's going to be a 2-stoned drive. Stones on that wheel, stones on that wheel, getting onto the woodland, and that's it. So that's going to be my drive. So I'm going to clear trees and all the shitty dead things, most of them anyway. If there's a healthy tree in the road, I'll just do the drive going that way, you know. So yeah. So once I've done the drive and I'm in the wood and I'm at where I want to be, I'll then just go round the wood, only doing dead trees or trees that have fallen. No, not dead trees, not even dead trees. I'll wait till Natural England come and tell me that they're dead. Because I think with Natural England, if you want them to come to your land, I think you have to pay, and it's about 600 quid. But it's better than like £1,000 fine. So I'd rather pay that. I can't afford it, but I'd rather pay that than break any rules, that unknowingly break any rules. So yeah, I'll only cut down or only cut up trees that are already fallen, and that's the only thing I'll do. And maybe cut like shrub and like sticks and twigs off the floor, just to really clean up the woodland for this year, possibly. Or hopefully, if Natural England can make it in a month or two, and they say, right, yeah, you can cut that tree, you can cut that tree, you can cut that tree, leave that one, do this, do that. You can cut 20%, 30%, 50%, plant 20, 30, 50, whatever they say, I'm going to try and work with, I think. I hope. So, as much as I don't want people on my land, I was just about to leave now, and I thought, you know what, Dan, you're better than that, you're bigger than that. There might be a good reason why someone's going that way. Don't, like, block it all back off again, like I've done. But I've left a nice little hole by here. There you go, see, straight through. So if somebody does truly want to go down there, they don't have to rip it all apart in the middle of the drive again. They can just go through that hole. But it's hard being the bigger man sometimes, when you just want to be fucking petty, because you know how petty they were by chucking it all in the middle. They didn't need to chuck it all in the middle. They could have just made entrance themselves and fucking went through. But no, they had to chuck it all in the middle. But again, I'm be the better person. I made them a hole. They can get through. One day I will catch someone going through it. Probably the person that's made the mess. And then I can say, what are you doing up there? That's super, super important. Only because I really don't want someone to be like, I've got a hut up there and I'm living up there, and then I'm shit out of luck. Been there for 10 years or something daft, and then I lose half of my land. I'd cry. I would cry my eyes out. Whew. Whew, done some fucking sweating. Whew. I officially got them through. I got them through. Well, I say officially, not that great. It's still like a little bit by here that I need to move. But open woodlands-ish. But it's no worries. But if I keep going up here a bit, we can see my wall to my building. All big walls to the building. But that is quite a big brick building. I want to say it's, I'd say it's about, I don't know, like 10 metres by 10 metres maybe? It's quite big. Even if it's not that big, it's still big enough for a small cottage. Maybe. But oh, so happy. So happy to get through that denseness. Now I just got to get a digger, dig all the tree stumps out, clear this part, get the car off and on. Then I can fetch my kids and we can play a little bit, which will be great.